This is Tom Fox. I'd like to welcome you to the newest addition to the Compliance Podcast Network, the Compliance Tip of the Day. This is the podcast where we bring you daily insights and practical advice on navigating the ever-evolving landscape of compliance requirements. Whether you're a seasoned compliance professional or just starting your journey, my aim in this podcast is to provide you with a bite-sized, actionable tip to help you stay on top of your compliance game. Join us as we explore the latest trends from the Department of Justice, share some best practices, demystify complex compliance issues to help keep your organization doing business ethically and in compliance, and at the end of the day, more profitably. Tune in daily for your dose of compliance wisdom. Let's make compliance a little less daunting, one tip at a time. Now a word from the sponsor of the Compliance Podcast Network, Ethico.
In compliance, the value of anonymous reporting is undeniable. But with Ethico, anonymity doesn't mean a loss of connection. Our blinded, two-way communication fosters an environment of trust and confidentiality, encouraging open and honest dialogue. It's not just about receiving reports. It's about understanding the story behind each one, creating a culture of integrity and respect. Transform your approach to anonymous reporting with Ethico. Begin your journey at ethico.com/CPN, where you can book a demo, access an exclusive white paper by Tom Fox titled The ROI of Compliance, and utilize our free ROI calculator.
For today's compliance tip of the day, I would like to take up why is compliance in the middle of your organization so important? Well, the DOJ has made clear that middle management is a critical part of any compliance program success. Certainly it does start at the top with the board of directors and senior executives setting the tone for the rest of the company. But the 2023 ECCP states, quote, "It is important for a company to create and foster a culture of ethics and compliance with the law at all levels of the company. The effectiveness of a compliance program requires high-level commitment by company leadership to implement a culture of compliance from the middle to the top," end quote. It is clear the DOJ expects compliance to be operationalized down into the middle management level. Further, experience has shown that when employees become aware of issues or potential compliance violations, they prefer to speak to their direct supervisors about their concerns. The question is, how can a corporate compliance function reach middle management? The key is the assistance provided by HR. One of the ways HR can help to operationalize your compliance is to assist each level of an organization in having a proper tone, specifically in the middle of your organization. What should the tone in the middle be? Put another way, what should middle management's role be in the company's compliance program? The role is crucial because the majority of company employees work most directly with middle management rather than top management, and consequently will take their cues from how middle management responds to a situation. Moreover, middle management must listen to the concerns of employees. Even if a middle manager cannot affect direct change, it is important that employees have an outlet to express their concerns. Therefore, your organization should train middle managers to enhance their listening skills in the context of an overall middle management toolkit. This can be particularly true if there's a compliance violation or other incident that requires some form of employee discipline. Most employees think it is important that there be organizational justice so that people believe they will be treated fairly. Without organizational justice, employees typically do not understand outcomes, and if there is perceived procedural fairness, then an employee is likely to accept a decision they may not like or they may not agree with. In short, the role of middle managers is critical because many employees think of middle managers as the company. They are certainly their bosses, and since they have limited contact with senior management, it is so important. This month's sponsor of the Compliance Podcast Network, including this podcast, is Ethico. Have you ever wondered about the ROI of your compliance program or had concerns with presenting budget proposals to your CFO? Well, I partnered with Ethico to write a white paper on the ROI of compliance and how you can think through compliance as an investment strategy. Ethico has put together a ROI calculator for you. Check them out on the website. This is Tom Fox again. This new podcast, Compliance Tip of the Day, will appear daily. And frankly, it's one of the most requested topics for a podcast that I get on a regular basis. It's going to be short and sweet with one tip with some takeaways that you can utilize to implement into your compliance program. If you've got a question that you would like a tip on, please submit them through our website, and we will use them in an upcoming episode. The compliance tip of the day is a production of the award-winning Compliance Podcast Network.